Alright, friendos. So, as much as hanging out with Sojiro would be great, it'd just be an extra fun thing. So, as for who we're actually spending time with tonight, never. Futaba may... Actually, no, yeah, she won't be. But yeah, Akechi is never, as we know. As I've made very clear by now, fuck him. For reasons that, well, aren't entirely apparent to our protagonists right now, but I've beaten this game, so they sure as hell are to me. Twin Wardens, and also he's been sort of an antagonist in his own special way already. It's kind of interesting how he's written, and you know, the role he has early in the story, before you learn who he really is. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that Takemi's actually not going to be available tonight. I don't know why I'm looking at this list. I need to be looking at the list of people that are actually available, like, in the game. To start with, even though this only shows one, I don't get it why. Oh yeah, Kawakami, it's actually kind of tempting. If no one else... No, there's going to be someone else available. Like, I could go to Sendai and start her, finally, maybe. Or to Kanda, I mean, not Sendai. That's how you know I've been playing Strikers, because I don't think Sendai's in this game in any way, but it's definitely in Strikers. It's the whole second arc of Strikers. By the way, that's also a Let's Play on this channel if y'all want to check that out. That'd be very awesome. Ichijoji, Shinjuku, Shibuya. I don't know why I'm just kind of looking around and listing names right now. Well, I know why. It's because I'm getting myself back into, okay, what do, where, who do, who, yeah, Akihabara isn't showing anyone, so, yeah. Mishima is not available tonight. So, in fact, I don't think he will be for a while. I think we've gotten to the part of his arc where he's not going to be around for a while because he's busy kind of basically doing some mental diving, and, you know, we wish him all the best. He's definitely hit a heavy point of his story. We could Kawakami. I know Takemi's gonna be open, at least she is most nights, but she's probably not gonna be available for Confidant. That's normally in the afternoon. Oh, hold on, I'm looking at Shibuya. No wonder I didn't see Clinic. Yeah, no, he's not gonna be available either. Oh yeah, might be available, and then also, the lady might be available, but a lot of me actually wants to see if I can just... Like, honestly, I don't want to do all the confidants. I want to make sure I have SP items to just grind through. If there's curry, like ingredients, I want to see what it does. If there's any ingredients left in the fridge, let's try making curry. Okay, you gotta check. Hey. Oh yeah, the chief taught you how to make curry, right? Okay, yeah, so now we're gonna see what exact benefits this has, because I don't think I have yet. Making curry. Making curry will cause time to pass, but you can make a special curry that restores SP. This may prove useful for exploring palaces. Depends on how it is compared to the master coffee, we'll see. I wonder if even the base curry is better than, well, if that's the case, then I'm definitely going to be making a shit ton of it, god, when I can. And I have a feeling it might be, and I'm hoping it is, because of how limited days that you can make this on, because you have to have it, because Sojiro has to have some ingredients left over. Hey, there are some leftover curry ingredients here.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make some? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you cooking dinner?
Make sure your clothes up.
I'm about to head home, but careful with the stove, right? Alrighty, Sojiro, I will be. Drive safe and eat. Actually, does he drive home at all? His home's like really close, so maybe he doesn't. Seems to be going well so far. Maybe he just walks straight home. In fact, that might be the case because I think, there was a point where he was, we can do laundry and we can run into Sojiro while we're doing laundry. I think it's because he's walking home for the night. Anyway, this curry sure has a lot of ingredients, doesn't it? Did I see you put fruit in there? Secret ingredient, apples. Oh yeah, that's right, and this is another trivia thing, so I could have done this a lot more, and frankly, I might just use a lot of this time to just, like, pour into so much of this and coffee just because it's easy and SP and I like this trivia stuff, and I don't know, I just don't want to care much about the frickin'... I love all these characters and how they're written, but I just want to get through the game and I want to make sure I have SP items galore, and I don't know. I want to get through these days quicker as well, I think, because I really want to get into the next dungeon. I really want to get on with the game, so... And the thing is that I really enjoy the confidants. I'm not going to be able to really get super far in all of them. I want to stick with ones that I'm slowly working on, and when none of them are available, like in nights like this, I want to just kind of do this till those are maxed, and then I add one more to the equation, just so I can always keep these nights for that stuff. And if I run out of party members, though, I might start doing more of these side people, but a lot of them are only going to be available at night, and that's We'll see about that. We'll see. Grated fruit is frequently used as a secret ingredient in curry. The hint of sweetness makes for a subtle, delectable flavor. Apples are recommended due to their fiber. Stewing the apple will bring out its sweetness, balancing the spice of the curry. Interesting. Huh, I never knew apples would go so well with spicy curry. Yeah, sweet and spicy can be really good stuff. For example, some nights, for dinner we make this up. It's not like super spicy, but we basically make jambalaya. It's not like actual jambalaya, because we're not like Louisianans, you know. But yeah, it's you know, one of those Zatarain's rice mixes things and put some sausage in there, and it's really good. And that's medium-y spicy. Medium-y, that's a word now apparently, because I made it up. But like I like to have like tea with sugar in it, like black tea with sugar in it for while I'm eating that, because that flavor combination, especially with the boldness of the tea and the sugar, just really in my opinion. Anyway, throw it all together with such gusto. Could it be that the secret ingredient is confidence? Well, considering I'm becoming more confident about being me in front of a microphone and playing these games in front of a microphone and just being myself, doof and all, you know, mistakes and all, goofiness and all, rambliness and all. Confidence has been the key to me continuing to really enjoy this and get a lot out of it, at least. And also, you know, it's helping my confidence that I'm seeing more views and such, and thank you very much. And also, I have a new subscriber. I don't know if you're listening to this, but thank you so much if you're watching this, because you're awesome. And all of y'all that are here are fucking awesome. You throw it all together with such gusto. Oh, wait, hold on. I've already read the line. Yay! I totally need the guts. I totally don't have all my stuff maxed out. Hurdy. Nice, the curry's smelling good. This will definitely be a hit. I never, the more I think about it, I never really planned to max out all the side confidants. It's just I feel kind of guilty about just how many of the side confidants I'm neglecting right now. I definitely plan to max out all the team members, hopefully, although we're already getting into Shido's dungeon, so I don't know if that's going to be possible at this point. But we don't have many left, so hopefully. You look awfully proud of yourself. I'm going to use up every afternoon that way possible anyway, until all of them are maxed out, hopefully. So that recipe sure has some love and care behind it. Heck ye. Try eating it in the metaverse. Maybe it'll heal your wounds. That'd be awesome. Master Curry times 2. Obtained award, the second boss of LeBlanc. You were given the chance to learn how to make curry, so don't let it go to waste. But there may come a time when you'll be asked to serve it to someone. Wouldn't hurt to hone your skills. We should rest for now. Got a big day tomorrow. Heck ye. Always got a big day. Especially according to Morgana, but I would say that every day can be a big day if you just think, hey, today I'm gonna get some stuff happening, and that's just on repeat. It could be a good thing, for sure. You know, of course, if you don't go overboard, like, I gotta do good shit, you know, that's just perfectionism at some point, and that's dangerous, but anyway, you know, there's a difference between I'm gonna do the best I can tomorrow, and I've gotta do good, or else, when that's just gonna not help you, and it's an interesting habit that a lot of humans seem to develop, and thankfully we can unlearn it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you've done so. And I'd love to inspire people to unlearn that themselves if they find themselves doing it, because hell, it's the reason I've been able to just let myself be as consistent with YouTube as I'm being now, and I only want to be more consistent with more content, and better quality content, and I know that I can do that. I know that I can, because I'm slowly doing it more and more and more. You know, every time I edit a video, I feel like my ability to commentate has gone up, and I feel like I'm rambling less, and also just, again, I'm getting more into editing and feeling more confident about the process of that as well. And also, I just, you know, I want to record more, I want to edit more, and keeping up with the schedule is the huge driving force of my life right now, the number one. It's the thing that I make sure that I do, and that's why I know that this is a good step towards a career, even if it doesn't really end up being part of my career, you know, doing the YouTube. The skills and the feelings are probably going to carry over to something. The skills and what I get from this are probably going to carry over to something. Or, you know, I might actually end up doing this for at least a while as a job. As like my main profession-y thing. I'd love for that to happen, but I'm aware that that's a luck of the draw thing more than anything, and also just, you know, continuing to make sure I put in this work, but that part's covered, and I feel really great about that, knowing that that's covered, and that there's no way I'm gonna let up now, and I'm only going to get better and become more efficient about it. It feels good. We will be sending the calling card on the 18th, 10 days from now. Would you like to do anything before then? I want to train.
Oh?
I see, you're quite disciplined. I do imagine my Joker is very disciplined about this. If you need us, summon us. I'll be there immediately. Ah, thank you, Yusuke. Our existence depends on this strategy. Let's do everything we can. Yes, will do, Yusuke. I knew he'd like that better than playing, because he's a very serious artist and works his ass off making his paintings. So I had a feeling that would be the answer he'd like. Although, I don't know. It seemed... I wonder if there was an opportunity for points within there. Now, it doesn't matter because I've got him maxed out, but I wonder why the other one would have given me a music note or so. Probably just one. And I wonder if that would... And if the option I chose gave me one, I didn't notice it, by the way. I have a feeling neither of them would, and that there's just some that are like that, but I know there's some of those conversations where you'll get a pip with them. I'm not sure exactly how that works and how much that carries over. Anyway, last time we were talking about how court trials work. Today we'll be learning about... What? You're asking if the Phantom Thieves would be given a trial if they get caught? Of course they would. All they would need to do is prove a link between the deaths and their activities. In short, they'd be put on trial for murder. Hey, Durgan. I'm an asshole. You knew that. Right? Tell me how old you have to be to listen in on a trial. Probably any age, because we literally just listened in on one ourselves. Yeah. In fact, no one... Because, like, if you answer wrong on this, I feel sorry for you, because you must have, like, forgotten that there was a plot point where we, high school students, listened in on a trial. So these two answers are clearly wrong. You know, because we had to listen in on a trial in order to get to size. Although, granted, I just realized you aren't gonna necessarily, you know, depending on your choices, on if you did a lot of day-to-day stuff in the afternoon instead of Size Palace, you could certainly not have gotten to that plot point yet, I would imagine. But I've never done it. I always just, if possible, blitz through and it's always possible. It always tends to be in this game a little bit more than Persona 4 and 3. Certainly 3, but even 4. But I think less so 4. It's a little bit more of a thing in 4, in my, as far as I know. But anyway, I blitz through immediately, as any of you that's followed this series for any length would know, and if you have done that, thank you so much, you're awesome. Anyway, any age.
This is it. Exactly.
That's right, no age restrictions for listening in on the trial. You can get in whether you're 0 or 85. Youth crimes are an exception, but it's basically open to the public, meaning you can all go attend. Well, I imagine the visitors' seats will be full if the Phantom Thieves were put to trial. Everyone's dying to know who exactly the culprits are and how they did it. Wow, he got it right. Is he really a criminal? He seems like a punk. Maybe he's actually serious about studying.
Nice going.
Wow. Same freaking thing every single time that Morgana says. You could say something different. Anyway. Also, yay, free knowledge points I totally don't need. Like every other one. Like, clearly they don't really expect you to do this because they expect you to be trying to probably max social links or care about more social links. That's why I don't have so many. It's because I just wanted to get I just wanted to make sure that I had the ability to just go through my social links without hitting walls as much as possible. And I did do that. And again, I mostly just wanted to make sure that I had. Why am I explaining this again? It's because I feel a bit insecure about it, that's why. I keep explaining myself about this, because I feel like I've just neglected a lot of side confidants, and that's a lot of story content that I would do good to digest on here, but, you know, for another Persona 5 series, maybe a series of streams where I like follow a guide and max social links everything, and have a chat about all the tidbits in this game. Just try to do like 100%-ish run, and also do all the other side stuff that I didn't do, like the arena stuff, the arena battle thing that you can do in Mementos in 5, or in the Velvet Room in 5, and the secret bosses thing, like fighting the twins and that kind of thing. I feel like there's another one too, but I don't remember. Anyway, you know, and stuff like fighting the Reaper as well, which is a staple Persona challenge boss. However, their method and how it connects to the murder must be proven in order to sentence them. Thankfully, well, I mean, I say thankfully, but Sai's clearly fine with the idea of, not even fine, absolutely hellbent on the idea of lying to get us convicted, but, yeah, thankfully we don't actually connect all the way, but Sai's gonna make it look like we are, but thankfully we are already where we need to be to stop her when she's about to do that. The methods that the Phantom Thieves use far exceed human knowledge. I'd imagine in order to prove it, they'd have to catch them in the act. Yeah, everyone's surely tense with all this heat on us. We're supposed to send the card, and also the fact that pretty much everyone assumes that you know, they're students in this school, which, yes, we are students in this school. Every one of us except for Yusuke, actually, and Futaba. Those are the only two. Really. We're supposed to send the card on the 18th, which means there's only 10 days left. Now, we're not going to be doing the target mementos until after the side thing's over with. So, not yet. Alright, what are we doing? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, let's go ahead and hang out with Haru. Easy answer. Actually, wait. Hold on, what's she again? Hold on. Decide later, okay. What Arcana is she, and do I have a persona of it? And if not, did I start her Arcana without a persona? And if so, that was a whoops. Haru Kumura, Empress. Nope, Empress. Let's grab ourselves an Empress persona from the handy, trusty, lovely Velvet Room. Yeah, there we go, Dakini, who's level 50. Who is also... Oh, dang! We have 1,000... Hold on. I'm gonna sell whatever the fuck I'm sure I have stuff I can sell. I hope I do. There's no way I'm gonna use all... Now, I'm gonna keep every SP item I have. I'm going to hold on to those, like the precious, precious things that they are. But, yeah, I'm gonna sell some of these other items for sure. Do I hold on to HP stuff? I don't really need to, but sometimes I might. I really make sure I've got healing skills and stuff, but, you know, that might not always fly. Also, having some of these move stat debuffs. Let's be honest here, I'm so anal about having healing and ailment curing skills and stuff that I'm not gonna sell every... Okay, the stacks of everything but SP items that have a lot, like this Kundaclear R, I'm gonna sell 5 of those. Have 5 of them left. It's gonna sell half the stacks of the biggest stacks that I've got. Of anything but SP items, I'll go ahead and sell 4 of these. I've already got what I need, thankfully, but I'm gonna just keep going with this in order to have some extra money for whatever else I might need.
You should be grateful.
Oh yeah, this was the ticket.
You should be grateful.
But I'm definitely gonna hold on to all those other things. You know what? I'll just... Yeah, that's it.
Again.
Well, yeah. I hold on to so many of those that I'll have to remember that that's probably in the future gonna be a good source of emergency money, whenever I might need it. As long as I continue to hoard those and not sell them a lot. And I probably will not. Hello. Hello, military buff, what's up? I'm pretty curious about the RI pistol. Oh my god. Nice pun. Beautiful. Coming out at the end of the year. It looks simple, but maybe it's also got hidden depths. I can't wait to pose in the mirror with that RI pistol. Man, being patient is rough. I'm really nerdy about guns. And you know what? More power to him. I fucking love nerds. I am a nerd. I love this game. I'm very nerdy about video games. That's why I made this channel. Anyway. Nerds are awesome! End of story. Anywho. Dakine.
Is this what you want?
There she is. Hot. Gotta look at the butt. Nice. Anyway. Sorry.
A fee is required.
Listen,
this
I'm a
your
butt man
power.
to an extreme degree. Also, I really like the midriff. And the thighs. Anyway. Anywho, yeah. Enough ogling at green women. Because I'm a furry. What? I want to go back.
No slacking off.
Or, I'm scaly more specifically. That's probably obvious from my profile picture and my name. But regardless, Shibuya Station! But yeah, I really like Dakini's design. Everything from like those like things around her ankles, to her dress and the colors and skin color and the dancey sway motion and, you know, honestly the clear like sex appeal, you know. Nice. Anyway, hello Haru. Hard at work as always. There she goes, gardening like a bean.
Good day.
Maybe planting beans, who knows, man. Oh, Dirk, hello. Or tending to beans, who knows what she's doing in that garden. All I know is that she's doing hard work. Wow. What are your thoughts on this flower bed? I brought it here in the hopes of doing some serious gardening.
Yeah.
Wow, she's so diligent. She really is. Yeah, see, I love that, how it shows that, you know. They're just always up here working on it. Also, look at those pigeons. Look at those birds up on the section jutting out the wall over the door. And, man, if you really just stop, you know, and look at... There's probably so many details in these games on, like, every screen, almost, of especially modern games, and older ones, too. That if you look around, you'd note... a lot of people probably don't notice nearly all the details in a game because they're busy going through it, you know, and they don't really take the time to look at each and every screen, and I certainly am guilty of this, and I don't think you should always do that, too, depending on who you are, but, you know, there's a lot of details to look at and appreciate in these games. Like, you know, everything from, you know, the spinning fans over here on the top, over here, like, next to Morgana's text box. And, you know, like, you can see some buildings through the fence on the right as well. And, you know, you can see probably the, like, the air conditioner box or AC box or something like that, or some sort of power, you know, transformer thing, you know, the thing that Morgana's right in front of right now. I'm not sure what exactly that would be or what even it would be called, but, you know, you always see those kind of big electrical boxes in schools. And then, you know, there's the satellite dish for maybe internet or television. I'm not sure exactly what it's for. But yeah, lots of details you could take in if you want. And, you know, you can see the speakers up there too, and the ladder for probably maintenance people, you know, so many details, all the desks and stuff up here. It's cool. There's grass growing in the wood here, or and I don't know if it's wood. Is it concrete? I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, harvesting of vegetables. Oh yeah, and that's right, there's a mechanic tied to this, which I'm not sure I ever realized. I don't know if this was a thing in the original game. I feel like it wasn't, because I feel like I did Haru's and wasn't aware of this, but I may be wrong. I may have just completely forgotten this was a thing, especially because I don't tend to do this kind of stuff super diligently. And also, it would make sense, I'm pretty sure I did not get, you know, probably really get to this point in Haru's while I was doing my first Royal playthrough where I skipped through so much and probably missed a lot of the new stuff because of that. Alright, once planted, the vegetables will be ready for harvesting in a few days. The number of days needed for a vegetable to grow depends on its species. Let me know if you'd like me to grow any vegetables. So what should we do today? Let's see, I'm here for the vegetables. That makes me happy. Duh! It makes me happy that you're so happy about gardening, Haru. These vegetables should grow nicely here. What do you think? Oh! SP items. Definitely gonna save those for Joker SP, for like super long dungeony Durgan sessions. I have to be careful not to damage the roots. I hope this grows up healthy. The SP Moonlight Carrot is doing well. It should be ready to harvest on 11/12, so this Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. God, I love her little giggles. I love her and her floofy hair. Hurry up! We just need to wait until the day of the announcement. I'll be taking care of these plants until then. Do you need something in the meantime, Durga? I came to see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love her voice so much. It's so adorable and like breathy and just like, it just warms my damn heart just to hear her speak. The voice actress deserves a medal, man. I love her. My apologies. I'm quite busy taking care of the planters. Okay. Oh wait, maybe. Feeling you become closer with Haru thanks to the Empress Persona Dakini. I feel like my bond Haru will go stronger soon. It's good to take a break every so often. Do you want to hang out with Haru? Heck yeah!
Thank you.
So you'll help me? Well, if you insist. I mean, yeah, you just complained about how hard it is doing this all by yourself. Why wouldn't we? If we're a complete selfish prick, that's when they wouldn't. Wow, Dark-kun, you're quite skilled. Duh! Thank you! It's just, you know, I'm an anime protagonist, so I'm good at everything. The soil here would be so healthy if you were here more often. I love this song for some reason. Honestly, I'm surprised that my gardening can be of use to your work as the Phantom Thieves. It started just as a hobby, so it's amazing to see it transform into a more practical skill. I really like how they actually, how they make this a mechanic. Beyond this, I've actually begun raising plants of my own at home. Coffee beans. I think this is where she tells us about her dream of opening a cafe, which I think is really wholesome and cool. Are you opening a cafe? She's such a bean. I mean, doesn't the idea of a boutique cafe sound lovely? Yes, it does. Anyway, I recently discovered the joy in the taste and aroma of coffee. I used to think it was purely bitter, but now I understand the depth of its flavor. Yes, indeed, I love coffee so damn much. To tell you the truth, I wasn't even able to drink it before. Interesting. Oh, pardon me, I was just thinking back on the past. It probably has something to do with the fact that she's the daughter of a corporate person, and there's probably a lot of coffee involved in those meetings and stuff she had to go to and that kind of thing. I would imagine it had something to do with that. Can I share with you again? Yes, absolutely. Aw. As I mentioned before, I cannot bring myself to trust any of the employees at Okumura Foods. For as long as I can remember, the company has been run by my father. Being liked by him was always very important. Some employees would even come to ingratiate with themselves to me. But since his passing, things have gotten unruly. Most evidently, people have started trying to use my influence as a majority shareholder to oust other employees. They say they come to me out of respect, but I know they really just want to use me. I've heard so many rumors. The worst ones are about Takakura-san, the new president. They say he was thrilled to hear my father passed. There may be truth to that, though. He's been with the company for years, but has only started being nice to me recently. He even offered to assist me with asset management. I fear he has an ulterior motive, though. He sounds suspicious, for sure. Yes, I can't help but wonder about him. He even went as far as to recommend I sell my shares the other day. He said I could make a fortune. But I realized that if I did so, he would be able to strike the Okumura name completely. Takakura-san must be scheming to take the company for himself. At least it's possible. This is a complex issue. Indeed it is. None of the advice I've gotten so far has been helpful either. Everyone only speaks out of their own self-interest. Which is why I had a feeling it was something like that, so that's why I chose the not giving advice option, basically. Thank you for today, though. I feel a little better after talking about this with you. You know, not giving advice can be difficult for someone like me. I want to help people all the time, right? And I'm sure at least some of you have had the same dilemma, but a lot of times it just... You realize your advice just doesn't help, and that's saddening because you want it to, but sometimes advice is not what the person needs at all, and that's all you can give sometimes, and, well, yeah, that's, you know... The intent is enough, though. If you intend to help them, a lot of people really do realize that, even if it doesn't seem like it. I've noticed, and, you know, others... People have definitely assured me that I've been helpful just being around for them, even if I didn't feel like it at all. You know, and that's comforting when I think about that, and, you know, much as I can, I help people out, and I don't feel like it's enough because of just how much... Enough that I can help people because of just how introverted I am, which is very... extremely. It's part of the reason I end up spending so much time gaming, because I love gaming, and B, it's, you know, there's just so much about it that's lovely, and it feels, I get the same feelings from it that I actually get from socializing, but it doesn't involve a lot of the anxieties. It's kind of interesting. And what I mean by that is single-player games, actually. There is always a little bit of anxiety involved in playing game with other people. But anyway, that's another topic for another video. Or perhaps some more in this one later. Who knows, man? I might be going on a bit of a tangent here. And not just in this particular in-between her lovely words instance. But yeah, Haru's really smart. And I feel like she'd actually do really good at running the company if she wanted to. But I really do not blame her for not wanting to. And hell, I mean, this way she can start her cafe and not have to worry about money at all. Just do what she wants with her life, period. And that's a good thing about her situation. Anyway, thank you for today, though. I feel a little better after talking about this with you. Duh. Oh, and don't worry. I'll make sure I keep myself motivated, even through these difficult times. Duh. If you need a shoulder to lean on, I'm here, Haru, ya beanie bean. Take care of yourself, friendo. I can sense Haru's trusted me. I trusted yo, Haru. Empress.
Alright.
Your Empress Confidant has increased to rank 2. I think I was trying to say increased in rank at the same time. Probably because rank was... I think it was red. It was highlighted. Anyway. You will now earn more EXP from Arcana Burst when fusing personas of the Empress Arcana. Beautiful. I'm gonna stay here a little while longer to check the drainage. I need to make sure these vegetables turn out as good as possible for the Phantom Thieves. Duh.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. Thank you, Haru. Oh, sorry. I wanted to ask you something. It's not terribly important, but what vegetables do you tend to like most, Dergy? I might as well grow things that everyone likes eating. Definitely the carrots, just because they're SP holy shitness. Ooh, I have seedlings for that. I can grow quite a few. Duh. Carrots are great, since they go with anything and add a touch of color. Yeah, I enjoy carrots quite a bit. Especially carrots in, like, stews or any kind of soup thing. Or, you know, any kind of cooked carrot. They just, and they go with so many things. I mean, hell, she literally just said they go with everything. They really do, though. I love carrots. Ooh, and they're quite nice in curry. Thanks for sharing your preferences. I'll try my best to grow them. Duh. I hope you'll be able to keep helping me. Good night for now. Duh.
Ah, you're back.
Actually, wait. I don't think I looked at the curry. Not equip. Item. Wait. Oh, yeah, oh, it is Master Curry. I didn't know. But yeah, restores to all allies. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna just be making it a lot of that. Actually, no. When I can, absolutely, duh, I can't be doing that. Not all the time. Doubt there are any leftover ingredients, though. Okay, yeah. Alright, if he says I doubt there are, then there's not gonna be any, right? Yep. Okay, yeah. If he says I doubt there are, there's no reason to check the fridge. Otherwise, I guess you should just check the fridge, period. So, good to know now. Instead of looking at the curry pot, you gotta check the fridge. Which is a callback to Persona 4. Actually, I feel like you could also check a fridge in Persona 3, but don't quote me on that. I don't think so. I don't remember. Okay, so yeah, coffee then. Yeah, and honestly, I'm just gonna keep doing this, because I want to make sure I have all the SP items humanly possible. I don't really care about doing a lot of the others. Oh, that's right. You know what? Before I forget, though, I want to see if Tanaka has some good stuff I can... Actually, I don't really have a lot of money right now. Yeah, okay. After some Shido, or, you know, whatever next big excursion I have, so I can sell a lot of things.
Hey.
Yes. Coffee. Looks like you're really getting into your job now. Want to try taking over the shop? Oh, whatever. I'm gonna handle. I always read that, but I know I've read it so many times now. You know, it's been I've made so much coffee this playthrough. But, you know, it's because I'm trying to basically read every word of the game in order to get really good at reading these out loud. And well, and with good enunciation, and that sort of thing, you know. I love the smell of good coffee. So, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just read every line if I want to.
Yes.
Regardless of how many times I've read it before. Just because, again, part of that is because I want to practice this so I can be a really good commentator for y'all, you know what I mean? The way you're drinking it makes it look delicious. Also, I'd really like to do some voice acting-esque stuff in some other series. Like, you know, when I do role plays, I'd really love to just have a lot of voice acting essence and just trying to say these lines the way I imagine them being said. Is a way that I could start doing that, so I'm doing it. Master Coffee, yeah. It's like Chief's gentlemanly charm is rubbing off on you. Heck ye. Makoto definitely would probably agree with that. Looks like you're at it again. How's it going? Pretty damn good. Here, I'll have a sip. Time to blow his mind again, because we're that good at making coffee. This aroma. This is Indonesian kopi luwak. Also, I've made so much coffee. I swear to God, none of these have repeated. There's so many of these trivia bits. Maybe one or two of them have repeated, but I swear it can't be that many. Or else I'd probably remember some of them. You know, I swear none of these have actually been repeats. But I've made so much coffee, probably more than like most people would have played through. Maybe? Who knows? I'm not sure. But yeah, this is another just reason. This is another like obvious thing to point to of just how much just exquisite detail is in this game. And just there's a lot of games where you can really just marvel at the sheer amount of detail. Hey, this is an expensive roast. Don't waste it. I won't. Take a sip. You'll know I have not wasted it.
Let me explain.
Indonesian kopi luwak. And I just realized he said hands off the expensive beans when we were first starting out. But this time he's just kind of, saying, hey, be careful. Probably because he realizes his coffee's in good hands now. I like that. This rare coffee is made by collecting coffee beans that have been through the digestive tract of the Asian palm civet. Oh yeah! I've heard of this! Cat poop coffee. I've heard of it. It's interesting. Although very expensive, kopi luwak is said to have a full aroma and rich flavor due to the civet's digestive enzymes. Delicious. Cat shit coffee. I'm impressed, though you'll never catch up to me. I like your coffee. I'm overjoyed to have a confident apprentice. Allow me to act as your lead for a little longer. Don't worry about it. At this point, he's probably going to get a barista job when he goes back to the countryside if he can. Because I totally would if I was in his position. Because apparently, according to a professional barista, he's a really fucking good one. So why wouldn't he milk that? You know? Anyway, we should rest now. We have a big day tomorrow. Record-breaking evil. No way they're innocent. We're idiots. We believe the wrong shit. Now, granted, I don't blame them for that, really, just because, we're in the know. And I'm having this emotional reaction because, I'm following the journey of the Phantom Thieves. And I get very attached to my main characters, more than a lot of other people seem to. But, jeez, man. Yeah, I just still feel like, because we know all the details, right? All these people that are like, kind of just make me go, but, I think that's kind of the point. They might actually want to provoke that reaction in players because, of an emphasis of, hey, there's a lot of people doing this shit in real life and it needs to stop, and I agree. I do definitely feel like that is a message that they're drilling in here, that it's very important, and it's very true, and that it's something that I hope it inspires a lot of people to basically get less ignorant because of, and less, liable to say this kind of crap online, at least. And just in general, actually. The lower house disbanded. It was an internal split. My associate Shido, he's the only one.
Whoa!
He's the only one that can stand up for what's right. The only one who will make good on his word. Yeah, he's really good at politicians kind of have to be, right, if you think about it. Good at acting like they're going to be the best next hot thing. A lot of people ride on the politicians' coattails and then they make none of the decisions they felt were needed, and a lot of decisions that didn't help them at all, and oftentimes that clearly were mostly to benefit the politicians themselves and their interests and more money in their pockets a lot of the time. Even the Democrats, a lot of people say the Republicans are like that, the Democrats are too, to a degree. As, politicians, man. They tend to be much less. It's interesting because the profession seems to be one of the things you'd have to be selfless to get into. Most of the people that seem to really get to the top of politics, and at least here in America, are, and maybe it is a worldwide thing, seem to be some of the most selfish people. From, of course, if you believe all the slander, but, well, how much of that is true and how much isn't is another thing. Politics, man. It makes my head hurt, and that's why I don't really pay as much attention as 99% of people seem to. I get most of my politics news from my friends and family because they actually keep up with it, and I don't want fucking one foot in that goddamn door because, I don't know, I'm just over here being a nerd, and I don't really need to know what's going on in my country to do that. I don't know, man. Honestly, I feel like people make politics a really big deal when at the end of the day, I don't know. The system is fundamentally broken, so what's it gonna do putting a lot of energy into it anyway? For, like, the average citizen, if you really think about it. I don't know. I just really feel like, yeah, you know, people will say stuff like, oh, you know, you won't have a voice if you don't vote, and man, if you don't keep up with it, you know, you won't have any say in how this country gets steered. And honestly, I think that someone like me doesn't have much say anyway, especially because I tend to have unpopular opinions. So there's just a lot of reasons why I don't have the energy to care about politics. That's the main thing. Anyway, he's the only one that can stand up for what's right. The only one who will make good on his word. That's the kind of person we need leading this nation, especially in times like these. Yeah, the amount of people that I've heard say that kind of stuff is scary, knowing what kind of person Shido actually is. And I think that's also part of the point, maybe. This definitely has a really politically driven message for probably specifically the Japanese system and the stuff that the developers saw in the Japanese political system. Shido leads the United Future movement, right? He was right. If we'd taken the Phantom Thieves seriously from the start, they'd be behind bars by now. Which will come first, do you think? Resume change or the apprehension of Phantom Thieves? How about neither, bitch? Because we're gonna fuck Shido in his ass, throw him out on the curb, and remain. Because we're awesome like that, bitch. Don't worry, Morgana. I know how this game ends, at least, well, before you factor the third semester in, because I don't know what they're doing with that. Because again, that's going to be blind as beep to me. Including the day we got to carry out the plan, there's only 11 days left. Time really is slipping away. What will happen to us if we fail? We won't fail. It's kind of tough to say that for sure, though. Maybe, but we can't lose heart before we've even done anything. Yes, exactly, Futaba. And that's why I do that. I always look on the bright side, because a lot of people will say, oh, if you're too positive, you know, that's another thing. I hear so many people say that, and I feel like they say that just to be contrarian, because they don't really think the way I do. You know, similarly with the politics thing. Because there's so many people I've had the same conversation with here, where it's like, you know, oh, you know, if you're positive all the time, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And it's staying positive is what fucking keeps me going. There's some people that pessimism works for. I know a friend who basically, I don't know, he finds joy in the suffering of life. It's a very interesting thing that I cannot quite wrap my head around, but I can see how it manifests his life, how it literally helps him, you know? He said he might want to just die if he felt like everything was sunshine and rainbows, and I don't fucking understand that. Because I feel like everything needs to be sunshine and rainbows, at least in your head, to be okay. But of course, I guess it's just ways people are wired, I don't know, man. But all I know is that a lot of people just, I say things, you know, when you know, saying things like, we won't fail, when, oh man, oh man, like, what if you do fail? Yeah, what if I do? Okay, well, I was trying to keep my head in a positive place, and if I did fail, then oh well. My head was in a more positive place before I failed, so, yeah, I mean, maybe I jinxed myself there. Okay, who gives a fuck? I don't know. People, I don't know. People making a stink about trying to be positive and, you know, hope for a positive outcome. Just, I don't, stop deciding that I need to be pessimistic. I don't. I'm doing just fine. Anyway. It's kind of tough to say that for sure, though. Maybe, but we can't lose heart before we've even done anything. If we do that, we'll just mess everything up, even the parts we definitely can see. Thank you, Futaba! Clearly one of the writers at least agrees with me, surely. Because Futaba here is agreeing with me. I feel very validated. Because I do not have anyone in my life right now that thinks like this. Hey, at least that I can remember right now. You actually said something wise for one. Oh my god. Do you want to fight? It's so weird. Yusuke is normally the least confrontational person, but then there's just this thing with him and Futaba, which seems a little out of character for him. Not her, but him. A little bit. Just a little bit, at least. Him being the one making jabs, anyway. You two get along so well. How so? That is an outrageous claim. That's what I should be saying. Come on, stop it. Let's try to keep tensions low. We're all feeling anxious. Even you, Makoto? Yes, it can't really be helped this time. That's not how I raised you. Get a hold of yourself, Ryuji. Or are you singling me out? I love our banter. Oh my god. I love them. This group is so near and dear to my heart. They did a really good job of making the Phantom Thieves such a relatable group of people. For anyone, really. We're supposed to send the card on the 18th, which means there's only 9 days left.